Hello everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today we're going to make a Christmas arrangement in a beautiful gold container. I'm going to do all white flowers this time, so it'll be a little different. We're going to start out with some fresh floral foam, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to use about 2/3 of a block of floral foam. I'm using my floral knife and I'm just trimming up that foam. Now let me tell you, anytime you use fresh floral foam, be sure to soak it first. It is so very important that we soak our foam first because if we try to stick our foam into a container and use fresh flowers in an unsoaked block, it is going to clog the flowers and they are certain to die. So be sure you always soak it. Put your foam into a reservoir that you can fill with water. It needs plenty of water, and if you ever receive a floral arrangement in a container similar to this, be sure to water it every day. Add just a little bit of water every day and it'll last longer for you. Okay, so we start out with our fresh floral foam in our pretty gold container. I'm going to use some pretty mixed greenery first. So I have some pine, and I have some cypress, and we have some eucalyptus. So we're going to use several different varieties of greens. I'm taking my pine and cut it in small pieces, and I'm going to press that right into that floral foam. Now I actually went out and harvested this pine. So feel free, when you're making your floral arrangements, you'll go out and harvest your greenery. Okay, so be sure to go out and harvest greenery if you can. It just makes a lovely arrangement and it saves you money. And it's fun. It's actually kind of fun to go out and harvest your own greens. Now, this came from our local wholesaler, actually from Budsy. This is a type of cypress, and we don't grow it here in Mississippi. It actually came out of Florida. And so I am going to cut it into smaller pieces and press it right into that floral foam. And again, it doesn't really matter what types of greenery you use. Any kind of evergreens is pretty. So just whatever you would like to use would be perfect. Okay, there's our pretty evergreens there. Next, I'm going to come in with a little bit of eucalyptus. This is parvifolia eucalyptus. Now for me personally, I think any type of eucalyptus is beautiful, and I think it goes with any season of the year. So be sure to just mix and match your greens. It does not have to be all evergreens or all eucalyptus. You can really mix and match. And I think it really elevates your arrangement with mixed greens. All right, so there is eucalyptus, or parvifolia eucalyptus. And then I have a little bit of, this is silver dollar eucalyptus. So to tell the difference in silver dollar round leaves, really round leaves, sometimes they're the size of silver dollars, sometimes they're the size of quarters or nickels, but just kind of a really fun, they have circular leaves, which are really pretty. Okay, there is our greenery, just a really pretty mixture of foliage. Okay, next I'm going to come in with some hydrangeas. So I'm going to take those hydrangeas and strip the leaves off the bottom there. Now, often you will see me use Quick Dip, but I don't have any in here right now, so I'm not going to use Quick Dip. Quick Dip is just a hydrating solution that helps to keep your hydrangeas hydrated, and often I will dip those stems right down into that Quick Dip. Now, if you don't have Quick Dip, it's not the end of the world. It's completely okay. If your hydrangeas, if you have an arrangement at home that has hydrangeas in it and they get wilty, let me tell you what to do. Pull them out of that arrangement, give that stem a really good cut, and submerge them in a sink of water. cool water. It can be tap. Submerge that flower in that sink of water, and you will notice it might take 30 minutes. It might take an hour. You'll notice that they will rehydrate and get firm again. And so you can do that with any arrangement. If your hydrangeas go down, you can rehydrate them very easily. So I'm just taking those hydrangeas and tucking them really deep down in that arrangement. Look how big and beautiful that hydrangea is. All right, pretty white hydrangeas all the way around. Next we are going to come in, let's see what else we have. White stock, really pretty white stock. Now stock comes in lots of pretty colors. Lavenders and pinks and whites and kind of a butter yellow. Just really, really pretty. I love stock. It smells so lovely. And it's just a pretty chunky line flower, I call it, because it's really not a straight, narrow line flower. It kind of looks like a little chunky line flower. So I am going all the way around with our pretty white stock in this arrangement. Next, I am going to take some Playa Blanca roses, one of my favorite white roses. So I love a Playa. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Just a really pretty white rose, perfect for a wedding. If you need a perfect white rose, this is the variety to use. I'm going to take those roses, cut them pretty short, and just nestle those right down into our arrangement. Now often you will see me wire roses, but because I'm cutting them really short and I'm nestling them deep in the arrangement, I'm not adding wire to them. I like to leave as much greenery on that stem as possible because it's free. It came on the stem. Don't throw it away if you don't have to. Just nestle that deep down into that arrangement. So you can see I really have just a really low compact arrangement. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a fun way to add some more color to this arrangement and a little more holiday cheer. So this is blue thistle. I really like blue and whites for the new year. I think that's the perfect color for the new year. We also have some pine cones, pretty pine cones, and I have some gold paint. So my container is gold. I was going to take some gold paint. These are pine cones we picked up out of the yard, and I'll show you really quickly how to attach a wood pick. But I'm going to just take this gold paint and just spritz that pine cone so that it matches my container. Now I just picked this up from Lowe's, or you can get it from Walmart or any store that might carry spray paint. Now here's how I like to attach a pine cone to a wood pick. This is a half of a florist wire. I'm going to take it and run it right into the bristles of that pine cone, and I'm just going to twist that wire so it's attached to the wire. And then I'm going to take a wood pick. This is called a Coe wood pick. It's a 6-inch wood pick. That's the size we carry here at our flower shop. If you don't have wood picks, you can absolutely use a bamboo skewer, and you can tape that wire onto that skewer so it'll stay on. I like a wood pick though because it has an extra wire that you can wrap right around the wire you wrapped on that stem, and it holds it in place. It's not going to go anywhere. Add that little bit of paint, and I'm just going to nestle these beautiful gold pine cones right down into my arrangement. Now, if you have smaller pine cones, those would be lovely too. But look how pretty those gold pine cones are. And it's just kind of a little added touch for the holiday season. And then with our thistle, you can do exactly the same thing. If you have your paint, just pop that thistle with a little bit of gold paint or any color you'd prefer. And you can do it with any type of greenery. Like if you have any large leaves that you would like to pop with a little gold paint, you can absolutely do that. But this kind of gives us a fun little holiday touch to an arrangement. You only want to use store-bought paint, like regular spray paint, on greenery, on pine cones, on berries, or on thistle. You do not want to use regular spray paint on flowers. Flowers are delicate, and I'm sorry. They have very delicate stems, and so that delicate stem, very delicate petals, and so those delicate petals will just wilt. They do not like regular spray paint. Now, there is spray paint called Just for Flowers, and Just for Flowers spray paint, you can spray paint any flowers with Just for Flowers, but you do not want to use regular spray paint on your blooms. But you can use it on any type of hardy foliage or berries or such. But just kind of a fun way to add a little holiday pop of color into your all white arrangement. And I could see even doing an arrangement like this. You could put some gold Christmas ornaments in here if you wanted to. You can stay with the natural elements. However you want to do it, really just have fun. Now, if you wanted to do this for a New Year's touch, I would say leave the blue thistle blue. Kind of pull some blue themes. It's always just kind of fun and easy to do with the different types of materials. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about how we do things at Flowers by the Bunch, you can always ask. Just drop us a message right here. Send us an email if you would like at flowersbythebunch@yahoo.com. We would love to answer any questions you might have. Do me a great big favor. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up or a heart. Be sure to hit that subscribe button right down below. And if you'll hit that little bell, it'll give you notifications for when we have a new video. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.